Hi, I'm Jamie. When I was a teenager, I was involved in a car accident that completely changed my life forever. I had a traumatic brain injury, and doctors weren't even sure if I was going to live. And if I did, they didn't think I'd be able to live a normal life. But here I am, over 30 years later, proving that with faith, determination, and some hard lessons along the way, you can still live a happy and fulfilling life. Okay, let me give you a small portion of my backstory. At 16 years old, I was involved in a car accident that resulted in me receiving a closed head injury on the left side of my brain, which controls the right side of my body, and left me in a coma. I broke both collarbones and ribs on my right side, which resulted in a punctured lung. I had slivers of glass in my forehead and my scalp from where the windshield shattered. I had chunks of glass in the palms of my hands from where I assumed that I put my hand up to protect my face from the shattering windshield. I say assume because I have zero recollection of that day or the accident itself. After some time passed, I'm not sure how much time, I began to hear things that were being said by doctors, family members, and friends. On a side note, tragedy really brings out the worst in families, and people in general, I guess. I'll talk more on that later. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to my backstory of how I received my TBI. But the healing process began a few months later, when I had to begin therapy to relearn most things people take for granted, like walking, talking, eating, etc. I had to relearn everything over again, from scratch. Learning to walk a second time is not easy, but I was forced to find ways to adapt. I started this channel to share my story and give hope to others living with a TBI, or really anyone facing a major life challenge. I'll be talking about my experiences, tips that helped me, and encouragement for those tough days that we all face. So if you or someone you know is living with a traumatic brain injury, hit subscribe and join me here for all my upcoming videos. I want you to know you're not alone, and a meaningful, happy life is still possible. I'm Jamie, and this is Life After TBI.